Look at how these teams match up, Clark. The guard positions boasting plenty of talent.
And you think about it, Kevin, the skill level of today's players arguably at an all-time high. But nothing like guard skills to help you put on a show.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Underneath in the post, it's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter. And it's Murray in at the point guard. And here they go. Here's Edwards, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. On its way from Caldwell Pope for two. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Passes it to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Conley kicks to Edwards. That one doesn't go. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype, he has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
Up top, Edwards. Stolen by Gordon. Here he goes. And then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
And here's Conley outside. Jokic grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And a wide-open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Conley finds Edwards. Back to Conley to end the run. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Edwards can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 10. Pass to Murray. And here's Jokic. Over Gobert. Outside for Murray. There's Porter with the three. It's rebounded by Towns. For Minnesota, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. The 19-foot shot. Denver grabs the miss. And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of them.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that
the previous play is under review.
Wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Denver also making some changes. Watson, he's checked in for Jokic. Christian Brown comes in for Michael Porter. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Nuggets with another miss.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And he gets the bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side, Gordon kicks it to Watson. The pass to Jackson. Morris against Murray. And another miss by Denver. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Morris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Watson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Six seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Jackson, true on the 14-footer.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
They've got Reed. Morris is out there with Edwards. Then there's Anderson. And it's Alexander Walker in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Edwards can't hit.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
And last season saw the retirement of former Nugget great and future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony Clark. He was one for the ages.
And you can't overlook the impact he had, Kevin, and I agree with you. One for the ages. As a rookie, helping them break an 8-year playoff drought, and he never missed the postseason in his 7+ years in Denver.
Here's Jackson. Morris with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 11. To the left wing. Alexander Walker passes to Anderson. Now, here's Reed. He's covered by Watson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Jackson misses.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jamal Murray had to be patient working his way back to peak form after his ACL injury. Luckily for him, hard work is nothing new. He says, I feel like I got better in the time I was out. I don't overthink when it comes to basketball. If you want to let me shoot, let me shoot. I'm just confident in my game like that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, very confident, right, D.A.? Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Jackson passes to Jokic. He can't get it to go. Greg, taking a look at Monte Morris for a second, you got to be inspired by his terrific story.
I mean, from late second-round pick to a seasoned NBA player, Morris never gave up on himself and continues to impress with each passing season.
Such a savvy passer. Jokic is patient and gets quality openings for his teammates.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Anderson with the screen for Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg finishing last season with the #1 seed in the Western Conference. A lot of people still slept on the Denver Nuggets.
And Kevin, they've had great regular seasons before, only to fall short. But with a healthy Murray and Porter Jr., Jokic finally had the help to get it done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Monte Morris. Timberwolves trail by 18. Conley kicks to Edwards. Over Caldwell Pope. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Staying strong against the defense, Rudy insists on getting that shot off.
The Timberwolves have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Minnesota making a switch. Moore's checked in.
Really hard not to foul there. Tall with elite skills. Porter Jr. is a handful in the painted area.
And Clark, it's not often you see the blend of size and shooting touch for a player like Michael Porter Jr. He is pretty rare.
And, you know, he's got great range in addition to that quick, high release, and all of that makes it harder for defenders to close out effectively on him. There's a reason he's well over 40% from long range for his career.
Just 5 on the clock. Towns, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 20. Murray for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 5 now.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Pass to McLaughlin. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Conley with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Najee.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. The Nuggets now on offense. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Murray against Conley. Puts up a 3. Murray, no good. Conley left side. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
34.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, sharing the wing spots, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter. Underneath in the post, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
And you know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
Back to Edwards. Takes it inside. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Shot clock at 6.
Much respect for the hustle of Caldwell Pope there, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
The 3. Murray, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Caldwell Pope against Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Craig, you look at the size of some of these point guards now. Magic Johnson would feel right at home.
Yeah, it's a part of a larger trend with all the switching defensively. If you have just one smaller guy on the floor, he is going to get targeted.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 10 points.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, no secret, this Nuggets offense revolves around the 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic.
He's the driving force, no doubt. But, Kevin, they've done a good job surrounding him with the right kind of players, guys that can defend, shoot, and play without the ball.
Passes it to Najee. The feed to Jackson. Anderson with the block. Here's Edwards. Strother grabs the miss.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Jackson, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
And you uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie. And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Here's Strother. Edwards defending. Jackson up top. Castanagi. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Aji's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Edwards dishes to Anderson. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 6. It's blocked. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now the pass to Jackson. Here's Brown. Covered by Conley. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Misses the 3. Left side, Edwards. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They've been playing. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Kyle Anderson, also Naz Reid out there, and it's McLaughlin in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Strother. Rebound, Minnesota. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nugget shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Jackson. Unloads from 13. Pass to Watson. He kicks it to Jackson. To the middle. Goes back up. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Edwards can't hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Mike Conley's checked in for Jordan McLaughlin. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anderson finds Reid. It's Edwards on the wing. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Watson.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Down low. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Aji, that's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
No good on that one.
Clark, when you think of top rebounders today, Rudy Gobert is a name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's super long and tall, but that's not just why he's such a dominant rebounder. He's got a real good knack for reading where balls are coming off, and the timing that he has is pretty impeccable too. And even though he's north of 7 feet tall, he does a good job boxing out as well.
Here's Watson. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Outside Jackson with the floater, and the layup is up and in.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. He dishes it to Conley. From the top of the key, he buries it. And it's 9 points for Conley.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jackson down low, covered by Conley. Yep, that one goes in there. 8 points for Reggie Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Passes it to Edwards. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good off the back of the rim.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Jordan has screen on Conley. Here's Jackson. Here's Jordan. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Over in the corner, Edwards. He feeds it to Conley. Outside, Towns. Shot clock at 5 for 3. And Brown pulls it down. Outside Jackson. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited.